Understandably, a lot of Americans are on edge right now about air travel after a string of fiery crashes, including this one in Toronto. The crash left a Delta plane upside down on the tarmac. The Trump administration's staffing cuts, including at the FAA, are adding to travelers' concerns. Chris Van Cleave spoke exclusively with U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, who says people should not be afraid.
Monday's crash landing in Toronto marked the latest in a stretch of high-profile accidents over the last 3 weeks, stunning American travelers.
Is it safe to fly?
So the simple answer is yes, it's safe to fly, of course. Actually, I'm going to fly later today. I've been flying for the last week.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy.
If you get in a plane, if you look at how many people fly, how many flights we have, of course it's a safe space.
And yet we've had these 5 real high-profile incidents in the last 3 weeks. It leaves people wondering what is going on.
Each one is very unique, and I do think as we look at the incidents or the crashes, it gives us an opportunity to say what went wrong. What can we improve upon in the system off these crashes?
The deadly mid-air collision over Washington, D.C. that killed 67 people happened on Duffy's first full day on the job. He's since restricted helicopter traffic around Washington's Reagan National Airport and turned his attention to modernizing the nation's air traffic control system.
The fact that it hasn't been done in the last 4 years, 8 years, 20 years is outrageous.
A recent report found 51 of the FAA's 138 air traffic control systems unsustainable, and investments to modernize some of them could take at least 10 years.
Let's drop the politics. We need to invest money. And we can't do it at the speed of government. We have to do it at a different speed. And again, everyone will tell you here, they'll say, listen, again, floppy disks, one in our airspace? You've got to be kidding me. I'm in a place now where to go, I'm going to say, I'm going to give you what you need. We're going to clear the red tape. We're going to find the money, and we're going to upgrade your system.
You want government to move like lives are at stake?
At the speed of Trump. I want them to move the speed of SpaceX.
He sought the help of Elon Musk, who founded the aerospace company SpaceX, and whose team toured the FAA's command center outside Washington this week.
Why wouldn't I ask Elon Musk? Why wouldn't I ask some of the best minds in the world to come in and offer us advice on how they think we can improve the system?
How do you avoid the potential conflicts of interest with Elon Musk?
I don't want to see conflicts of interest. So he was talking to air traffic controllers, didn't plug into the system, but looked at the terminals that they use, the technology that they use, asked them, had a back and forth about what works well for you, what doesn't work well.
You see it less as a Doge project and more as like Elon Musk a la Accenture or a consultant sort of.
Well, when you think of Doge, or America thinks of Doge, they think of cutting, right? We're in the space of building. I want advice on how do we build out better infrastructure, and we're going to spend money to do that.
But that will also require Congress to act.
We have to get rid of the red tape, and we have to do this very quickly. We can't wait 4 years, 6 years, 10 years. We have to do it right now.
Some Democrats on the Hill are demanding answers about Duffy's decision to cut jobs at the FAA in the midst of the recent accidents.
All the critical safety positions, like air traffic controllers and inspectors, all of those positions have been protected. No one's been fired. Actually, we're hiring into those spaces. So 352 cuts is 0.8% of the workforce. Incredibly small.
Will there be future rounds of cuts?
Listen, there could be. I'm not sure at the FAA, but I think across government.
Duffy was limited in what he could say about the various accidents, specifically because they are all subject to crash investigations. But he says the agency, both DOT and the FAA, will study findings as they come in and look for places to make changes to make aviation safer. Nate?
All right, Chris, it seems like we're all looking for answers and just a little bit of peace of mind
as we travel. I know logically what they're saying is true. The aviation, Ed Bastian was here yesterday and said it's still very safe. We just heard Mr. Duffy say it's safe. I wonder at what point they start to get worried. Because as just a flying with no expertise in this, it's just very unnerving and scary to see. Even though they're all different, when you look at them cumulatively, it's very, very unnerving.
And I think that we, as human beings, we just want specific answers, generic answers. It's safe to fly. Every accident is unique. We get that. But what happened so that it doesn't happen again? Whatever that was, we'd like to know, if you know, so that we can be safer in the future.
Well said.